There we go.
That and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this and Drake creep to the mic like a fan. Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I tell them.
Hi everybody. So we're canceling class today at 12. We're gonna have a little discussion. No pressure to stay, but if you'd like to stay, we'll do like a little discussion here in lieu of class today. I will be teaching at 6 o'clock tonight. We just couldn't really get the energy up to do this 12 o'clock class, and that's understandable because there's a lot of pain and anger and hurt right now. So, hey Kate. So 12 o'clock class canceled. Sorry for this super short notice. But we're just not honestly feeling up for a workout. So your options are either you can explore our channel. We have so many workouts up. If you need to blow off some steam, and I understand if that's why you came here to do that, blow off some steam and dance. I'm not going to be doing that for the next hour here, but you can find many videos on our channel. And if you do want to hang around to have a little discussion, I'll share what has been on my mind, and maybe we can talk about how to imagine and set vision for a better future. Imagine a new world. That's one of the things I like to do, is think about a way to turn my emotion into something else into the world. I think that's very powerful. So I'm Sadie. I'm the founder at 305. I normally come and teach these classes. Today, Anna wasn't up for it. We weren't up for it. So we are canceling the 12 o'clock. If you came here to blow off steam, go ahead. There are so many workout videos on our channel. You can just end this live and head over. We just posted a whole bunch of new ones too. But if you do want to take part in this community discussion, I would love to hear from you and at least share my thoughts. Maybe it's a way for some of us who are grappling with what's going on right now. Maybe we can find some inspiration here and just work through it. I'm down to do that for at least a couple minutes. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? I've never connected to live without a mic. So just let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if it sounds good. Does it sound okay? Hey, Lisa. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Great. This was the easiest setup. Normally I have like this whole mic situation, volume. It's like a whole, there's plugging in, there's extension cords. All right, so welcome. I guess we are going to do something new today, which is exciting. So my name is Sadie. I'm the founder of 305 Fitness. Anna was scheduled to teach this class, and understandably, she woke up and was just really not feeling up to, you know, put on a good face and shake her butt, which definitely makes sense. And then I thought about teaching it, and I thought that doesn't really feel like my spirit right now either. And, you know, there's this thing online right now, Blackout Tuesday, and I saw a couple business owners engaging with it, and someone asked me if I was going to do it, and I thought, what material change is it going to lead to? Like, does that mean now that as a white passing business owner, I can say like, oh, but I engaged in Blackout Tuesday, so I'm not racist? And, you know, it's like, what is it? Like started by the music industry, like the industry that has profiteered the most, maybe after professional sports, off of Black bodies, like disgusting. So I thought it was just kind of symbolic and didn't really make a lot of sense for us. But then surprisingly, when I actually woke up this morning, I was like, actually, social media is canceled. Like this 12 o'clock needs to be canceled. Like I don't have the energy. So we're sort of doing Blackout Tuesday. But what I am wondering is how can I do more as a business owner that's not just symbolic acts? Like I feel like I'm, you know, there's this idea that if we just like post the right thing on social media, that maybe it'll get to those awful, hateful, racist people. And, it's phony. And I'm looking for a way to actually use my platform. So that's what since we are canceling this 12, I first of all just want to say, if your way of self-care and just like for me, when I work out, I get so many creative ideas, and I really am able to take one perspective, which can often feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not this enough. And then I move my body and I feel like amazing. So if you came here today to work out, you're tuning in live. I totally understand if, by the way, I'm just like talking and I sound like, already privileged lady on a soapbox. That's definitely not my intention. But if it's just feeling like this is not your form of self-care, don't feel obligated to listen to anything that I say. And please, by all means, there's so many great workout videos on YouTube, and we have a whole bunch on our channel. So if you're here to blow off steam, go for it. If you want to stay for this community discussion, maybe we can talk. And then tonight at 6:00, I will be teaching a class. I'm feeling like I can take a couple hours, put my feet up, really read a lot, and just go inside and really take the time to reflect and figure out how I'm actually going to be part of a long-term solution, instead of just like in the short run, a symbolic act that I can throw out into the internet. So yeah, 6:00, if you want to come through for that class, I'll be up for it. I'll have some more thoughts, and I think we're going to have a really empowering class at 6 Eastern if you want to join. So 12:00, we're resting. Exactly. Rest is important and inherently anti-capitalist. I love it. That's one of the things I've been thinking about too. Like the people, I feel like self-care, in the fitness industry, in the wellness industry. Oh my God, this is a huge thing that I feel 305 could have an impact in tackling. Like, it is so messed up at the end of the day when you really take a step back to think about it. Self-care is this like consumerist idea, like the fact that we've made it like Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop, and it really is just kind of like eugenics when you really take a step back. Like, you see that self-care is really about producing in some way, like I somehow lost this page. Producing in some way, like some perfect body type, like white, thin, able-bodied is important. I'm assuming she's heterosexual. And like, that's what we know fitness to be, is to like allow for people who don't look one way to look another way, and just like double down on this like whitewashing and sexist idea we have. Like, I always think about how I put on my nails and I put on my lipstick and I put on, and just that we think that like, oh, getting a pedicure, like that's my self-care. And yet when we actually need to take care of ourselves, like we're like, I cannot work. Like today I cannot work. I feel so overwhelmed that we don't take that time for ourselves. So I think self-care really matters. I just think it's, one of the issues that we see is that depending on where you fall in this capitalist, consumerist, racist, oppressive, sexist, ableist culture, you may have a different idea about your value and your ability to actually take care of yourself. And just like and then the layering of like how much money we make it, so that it's this gated, like you have to buy the $2,000 bike. So that's one thing I'm thinking about, is how can 305 really be a message? Because we're in this space of wellness, right? Is there a vision of this that is much more inclusive and really brings people in with a new message, and is not about this like oppressive objectification of people, but, like that self-care equals what my face looks like after my sheet mask. Like I love a sheet mask, but it is kind of layered to think about what we feel we deserve. The other thing I'm thinking about is question everything. This idea that we have to like do something in order to feel like a somebody in this world. It's just like, question everything. We know all it takes. You take a step back, you look at it and you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense, right? This doesn't make sense. There's actually, if we look at this, we see that people with this look or physical ability or whatever it is, that they are more likely to face violence. They're more likely to face unequal health outcomes. They're more likely to face, even just common stereotypes and jokes and themes in the media. We can all take a step back and actually question that that's not real. That can't actually possibly be real. So we can question that. And then I'm also thinking about, as someone who's wanting to be part of the solution, is this idea that a better world awaits. Like entrepreneurs out there, artists, creators, we all have our role, right? Some of us are healers, some of us are advocates, some of us are mobilizers, some of us are operators. We all can have a role in creating a better world. And one of the places that I'm wondering how, if I can be helpful in some kind of movement and some kind of actual material change, that one of those ways is vision. Because I'm just feeling like the part of me that identifies with being a founder and someone who can see a better world is like knowing that right now we're like in a prehistoric time. Like this can't be it. This can't be it. Like we're just on our way. We have to be. So that's what that's going to be my role. I'll raise my hand and say that is one place where I'm seeing opportunity for myself, is to be someone who is setting some kind of vision. So, so tell me, what are your thoughts here? If you want to chat, what do you think your role is going to be? What's your role going to be? What skills do you have to bring to this? You don't need, it doesn't even matter. You don't even know how exactly you're going to help, but like, what are the things, is it, are you going to be a better listener? What is your skill? Are you a healer? What is the role you're going to play? I want to see you drop it in the chat. Let's see, I'm reading through these. It's the industry around self-care that's the problem. Yes, Roxy, I love that. Self-care has come down to how you look on the other side of it. Totally. Right. A beauty standard. How ridiculous is that? As opposed to like how I feel. It's so ridiculous. Read Pedagogy of the Oppressed. All right, I'll check that out. Okay, you're into a 305 book club. So I guess that is a way, right? For me as a business owner, I have a platform. So I could be maybe seeing my role as someone who can set vision and just be part of like new ideas, because I know I can generate a lot of ideas. That's a skill that I have. And then the other skill that I might be able to bring to the table is just like organizing, mobilizing, like getting people in the same room like we're doing right now. So we have votes here for a book club. Enlightening people. Okay, so I'm taking book club and enlightening people are both with education, that's feeling important. Worker cooperative businesses are democratically owned places. I'm going to look into that. I am. And profit sharing, the whole thing. I really am going to look into that. I know that it's problematic that we have so many part-time workers, and just in general, finding a way even for the employment to feel more secure. It's really so effing hard. Like, I really want to tell you that it's so hard to run a business that's even break even. Forget about profitable. It's really effing hard. So it's not that I don't will it. It's just, there is a reason why all of these effing companies are trying to do independent contractors and part-time employees, because it's really hard. It's really, really hard the way that the laws are set up. And instead of taking tax cuts or whatever, more money from a couple billionaires, it's like, let's actually make it impossible for the middle class or upper middle class. 305 book club. I'm a public school art teacher. I think expression. I love that, Holly. Expression is huge, isn't it? I feel like expression, a way that is so helpful in a movement, is this idea that you matter, like you matter and your identity is completely made up, right? Like, I love expression. That is so cool, is getting people to feel like I'm a human and I matter. Black lives matter, and also Black, lesbian, disabled, trans lives matter. And yet we just like take a slice, right? We're just like, okay, I know what pride is going to be. It's going to be affluent, white, gay men who look palatable to me. Like that's what we can tolerate in America. Instead of like, no, truly all lives matter. I feel like expression is so important for flexing of that kind of inner confidence. All right, we have more book clubs. New York helps worker cooperatives. Okay, I love this. Okay, a constructive town hall. Elise, tell me more about this idea. Worker Cooperative Business Development Initiative. All right, copy and pasting. Hold on. Copy and pasting. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Roxy, I like this. Important, highlighting and celebrating Black joy. Yes. Yeah, and like let's take that a step deeper, because I know that representation and celebrating history is important. Why do you think that that's important? Like I guess I just worry about the tokenism and the symbolism of like, you know, I feel like a lot of brands do that. So why does that matter? Why do you think that that matters? I do understand why it matters, but why are you bringing it up? Why do you think it matters? Just being able to listen. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. When we're together, we know we're not alone. It doesn't make it so scary to look inside. Yeah, I think it's essential for Black people to be celebrated and seen as full human beings. You know, one thing you can do if you're an ally is we've noticed at 305 that on social media, it seems like people of color, and especially Black instructors, get less likes than when we feature white people. So if you want to be part of changing that, you better like and comment. You better go back into Instagram and like and comment so we can, big data and the algorithm, don't even get me started how that perpetuates everything. Come on. Awful. Awful. Who decides what's popular right now? Jesus. Yeah. Dance is very healing. Just in and of itself, what we do is very healing. Okay, I think we should wrap this. But what I'm understanding as some takeaways are for us to think about how we can play a role. I'm reading here, enlightening people, information, book club, town hall, representation. Yeah, manipulate the algorithm by making conscious choices. That's right, because the algorithm is bullshit. Leading, okay, thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. I just want to say one thing before everyone goes, because I think that this is really like a really messed up thing about what's happening. So I, put on CNN. I've even put on Fox News because you got to see what everyone's seeing. I've been on social media and I just kind of stopped, at least for the next few days. And the reason for that is I think that all of this crap is just meant to pit us against each other. And it turns into this idea of like violence, like it's a riot. And then on the other side, it's like police are shooting everyone. And all of that could be true. Like this can all be true. But it's not really about the people and the people, right? It's about the system. So we can live in this like echo chamber of social media where we're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, but it's violent. Like let's not feel that right now what is happening today. I'm feeling it's empowering to not feel like I have to like make up my mind about what's happening right now in this moment. Have a much higher understanding where I can see this from a 30,000 foot view, understand why people would feel enraged right now, and not make this about pitting people against people. That's really important. I think that is really like the least productive thing we can do. It's not people against people. Everyone wants to come out and speak against hate. Come on. It's about people using their sense of vision and intelligence and brilliance to actually create a better system. We need that. We really, really need that. All right, y'all. So That's the last thing I wanted to say is like, just try not to use the word riot and talk about violence. We live in a violent state. We live in violent times. We took this land from indigenous people. We were built on the backs of slavery. Like, don't be talking about violence. Come on. That is just such a way to make this thing, just to like put it in like a stupid small part of your mind. That's not what this is actually about. Okay. See you all. I'll be live at 6 o'clock if you want to put on your sneakers, you want to put on your leggings, you want to put on your skirt, you want to put on your boxer briefs, whatever you want to put on. I'll see you at 6 o'clock. We'll sweat it out. I'll have thought about this some more. I appreciate you guys. At 6, we will come together and dance and self-express and remember our courage and our ability to change outcomes, to change the system. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you to everyone who was also contributing in the chat and everyone who was just listening. I love just listening. That's so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending you all love. And shout out to Anna. See you soon on the dance floor, Miss Anita. We miss you. See you.